Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So today we're going to be going over some information that I actually went over this weekend. I just wanted to be thorough with it, but we've also got some new information, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to turn the camera around so we can go over the first bit of information first. Alright, so hopefully you guys can hear me, and now you guys can see me in the corner somewhere. But anyway, so as you guys can see, you can see my screen here. This is the information that I went over the other day. This was actually current as of March 29th of 2021. Says it right here. Okay, so I just wanted to go over this information because, like I said, someone had asked me this question in the comment section, and it took me a while to get back to them, but I did want to let them know. Let me see if I can go down here, but this pertains to inmates getting the stimulus payments. So anyone who may be incarcerated right now, if they qualify for these stimulus payments. Okay, so as you can see here, it says that there was an attempt for it to be blocked. There was a lot of controversy around this particular topic, but right here, the only thing that could prevent them from getting it would be child support. So child support payments, the first stimulus check could be garnished for child support payments, but the second and third checks have greater protection, so they can't be. And then I'm trying to see where it said it at. Oh, here it is, right here above it. Okay, so literally right here above it, prisoners have been eligible for all 3 rounds of stimulus checks according to the IRS, okay? So I'm going to flip this camera around again so that I can give you guys the other info. All right, so first thing I wanted to talk about, just kind of, you know, FYI information here. We've got the Food Lion. Now, the Food Lion is actually not out here in California. I'm not exactly sure what state or states have this grocery store, but they just recently announced that they were going to be allowing you to purchase your groceries online. Okay, it says Food Lion customers who participate in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, other offer, also known as SNAP or food stamps, across the grocers 10 state market area are now able to use their electronic benefit transfer cards while shopping online via the Food Line website. Okay, SNAP participants can link their SNAP EBT food card information as a form of payment and then choose fresh food and grocery items eligible under the program, just as they would if they were shopping in the store. It says Food Line has a to-go service which enables customers to place an order and pick up their groceries on the same day. So definitely some good information. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what states. It says there are 10 states that are currently have this particular grocery store. So if you guys are in that state, then just know that you can get your groceries delivered the same day, and you can also use your EBT or pandemic EBT because it's still food stamps for that. Okay. The second thing I want to tell you guys was about Amazon. They are retiring their quick delivery service, or not the service, the app. They're basically converging all of their products onto one platform, okay? So Amazon is retiring its Prime Now app, okay? It actually launched 7 years ago, which would allow customers to be able to get certain items within a certain delivery window criteria, okay? Mainly between 1 to 2 hours. Now, everybody usually doesn't get that. Everybody uses the regular Prime, Amazon Prime, in which they can get their groceries, or for that matter, their items delivered between 24 to 48 hours. But the Prime Now app allows you to get them between 1 to 2 hours. They're converging that app to the regular Amazon.com platform. So instead of having 2 separate apps, they're just basically converging it, okay? It says Amazon released this statement on Friday. It will retire its quick delivery Prime Now app at the end of the year, claiming that its regular app is now capable of the same speedy service. The 7-year-old app, which also has its own website, provides last-minute delivery on groceries and other household staples in about an hour. It is now being merged into Amazon.com in an effort to streamline all of its offerings into one app, the company said. Okay, so like I said, they're basically just converging it and making it to be available all on one platform, which I think is a lot better for a lot of people, because 9 times out of 10 people don't want to go to this app for this app for that, this app for this. You know, I would prefer to just be able to get all my business taken care of in one app using one service and be done. Okay, it says Amazon claims customers will still get the same ultra fast delivery that they have with Prime Now. The company has already eliminated Prime Now as a separate service in India, Singapore, and Japan. So I did also go over the 5 school bills this weekend, but I wanted to go over it again. So we've got 5 school bills that are current right now that they're in the process of trying to get passed, have the president sign it. Okay, so we have the Universal School Meals Program Act of 2021, the Care for Kids Act, the Summer Meals Act, the Farm to Schools Act of 2021, and the Food and Nutrition Education Act. So all of these range in terms of what they're willing to provide, but the resources that will come from these range from children being able to get $60 extra each month on your electronic benefits card. Children will automatically qualify for free school meal eligibility if they're living with their grandparents or other relatives due to the pandemic. Okay, and then we also have an act that would reduce the amount of paperwork that needs to go into meal programs, sponsors, and give meal sites the option of serving 3 meals or 2 meals and a snack to children who attend evening enrichment programs during the school year and the summer. We've also got one that has some bipartisan support, which will basically expand the USDA's Farm to School Grant Program through increasing its annual mandatory funding to $15 million, boosting the maximum grant award to $500,000, and giving priority to proposals that serve high-need schools. And then finally, providing schools with federal funding for projects such as school gardens that give nutrition education to the students. Okay, so we've got a range of different things that these 5 acts will help out with. Okay, so I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on that as that information becomes more available. And then finally, we have the $800 RISE Act direct payments that may actually start to come out soon for one state. Okay, so we have one of the agreements reached during the meeting between Governor Lou Leon and members of the legislature on the American Rescue Plan Act. Funding was the use of the federal funds to give out $800 in direct payments provided by the RISE Act. Okay, so it says the legislature in its submitted list of priorities for ARPA funding included the implementation, what is going on with me today, of Public Law 35136, the Recovery, Income Support, and Empowerment, also known as RISE program, which allots $30 million to provide direct payments to eligible Guam residents impacted by the public health emergency through the implementation of the RISE Act. So Guam, you have some $800 checks coming out soon. Now, as far as I know, this doesn't go to every resident in Guam. It says under this program, eligible individuals will receive a one-time payment of $800 and joint filers will receive $1,600. Okay, the governor had not previously implemented the program because Governor Guam workers were ineligible. It says during an impromptu talk with reporters after the meeting with the senators, the governor said she would implement the RISE program and expand it to include Gov Guam employees. Okay, so I'm assuming that maybe there were some conversations that happened a while back where they said, hey, you know, this group of people are not eligible for whatever the reason may be, and they had another conversation, fought on your behalf, and now you guys will get it. So the governor said, remember, we as government employees were not allowed to qualify. The retirees were not allowed to participate. And so my whole thing is, if you are negatively impacted as a result of the pandemic, I would certainly want to provide some kind of assistance to help you move along to get you to the level where you can sustain your life. I think that's, you know, goes without saying that everybody needs that assistance. You know, we've been talking a lot about how states are providing their own sort of state stimulus. There's a lot of states. I think all states should be looking into providing state stimulus, you know, but we're going to talk about who's against that completely in a separate video, because I definitely think that this is something that can go a long way. Now, I'm not saying that the government needs to provide money for the next 10 years or anything like that, but they cannot deny the fact that this past year has been a traumatic and experience for everybody that has been impacted, which is pretty much the whole world. And the fact that a lot of people were limited in terms of what they can do to provide for their family goes without saying again. You know, it says Guam Congressman Michael San Nicolas in an earlier news conference said the ARPA funding may be used for the $800 RISE Act and the $500 Ayuda Mangafa Help for Families program. So there's a possibility that you guys are going to get the $800 $1,600 if you are filing married or jointly, and then $500 if you are part of this other program. Okay, so this is for Guam. I definitely think that this is some good news. Now, I did want to give you guys some information. Wait a minute. It says, I'm pleased to announce one of the top priorities we agreed on is paying the RISE Act payments, $800 in direct aid per person to our working families. Gov Guam will receive the funds in 4 days, so I hope the governor can begin processing RISE payments. So it looks like they pretty much got everything squared away. It's no longer a possibility. I read the end of this, and it basically means that you guys, let me know if you guys have received this. If I have anybody in here that's from Guam, or if you guys know anybody that's from Guam, let them know that they got $800 or $1,600 coming, depending on their circumstance, and if they're in that other program, they have $500 coming. So jumping right into it, I wanted to show you guys the names of the states that have currently been approved for pandemic EBT, as well as emergency max SNAP allotments for the month of May and June. Now, I'm not going to give you the payout dates in this particular video, but I am going to show you which states have currently been approved. Okay. All right, let me get me back up here. Okay, there I am. So let's go over here. We're going to check out this first site first to see if anything has changed. It doesn't look like anything has changed because it's still saying the same thing, which is as of May 16th. We are going to go, this is pandemic EBT as well, but this is from the United States Department of Agriculture here. These are the current names of the states that have been approved as of right now for pandemic EBT. So this section right here, that way you guys don't have to ask. Now let me just look at Oregon to see if they have any additional information available, because that's one of the states that I was unable to find information from in the video that I did pertaining to pandemic EBT. So let's just check. I'm going to click on Oregon and we're going to go to pandemic EBT right here. It says you guys' plan was actually approved in, no, that's 2019. I don't see the plan. Maybe that's why there's no information. It doesn't look like it's updated here. So let me just show you guys what I'm looking at. So right here in this section where it says pandemic EBT, there would usually be another line for the other states that says pandemic EBT during school year 2019-2020. But for Oregon, the approval plan for 2020-2021 school year is not here. And you would usually see that right around here. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Oregon, and I don't see any other information regarding that as well. So let's move on to emergency SNAP max benefits for the month of May and June. Okay, so as of right now, these are all the states that have been approved for emergency SNAP max benefits for the month of May. Okay, right here. And then we have these 4 states, Kansas, Mississippi, Montana, and Wyoming, that have all been approved for the month of June, okay? All right, you guys, as always, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys. Definitely remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all.